I was starting in my kitchen for my first, the first few months, I guess you could say. But then it was when I was approached by a grocery store, a fairly major grocery store too in my area, that I had to, take it legit, of course. And I operate out of a commercial kitchen space. So that was a big milestone.
Yeah, let's talk about that transition for a minute. Let's dive in there for the listeners. So you're selling at farmers markets. What happens? Like a buyer from Whole Foods or something like stops by your booth and they're like, hey, can you place an order? If I want to place an order for 100 stores, can you do it? Like, tell me about that conversation.
So not as big as Whole Foods, but it was this chain that we have in up in Ontario called Your Independent Grocer. So there's a bigger chain called Loblaws, and they have like subsidiaries, and one of them is called Your Independent Grocer. And what's cool with these stores is each one of them is independently owned. So there's probably about like, oh my God, like 50 of them across Ontario, 100 of them across Ontario. And one of them that was in my neighborhood called me up and said, hey, my name's Dave Mustine. I'm the owner of Your Independent Grocer. It's a massive store. And somebody gave me your taco seasoning from the farmer's market. And I love your story. And would you want to come in and talk?
Yes.
Yes. And so it was 5 minutes from my high school too. So I walked on over after school with my backpack on, went up to the office, and was like, hey, we negotiated. I had to negotiate a little bit. And that was it. I got my spices in my first grocery store.